This is the weather forecast video for Thursday, February 23rd, 2012. Let's take a look at the satellite image from last evening. You can see a storm system off to our east, but that's none of our problem. The problem is this storm system off to our west, and it's going to bring some interesting weather to the state in the form of snow, rain, sleet, all sorts of wintry fun. Watch morning map from around 11:30 last evening showed some winter storm warnings from central Iowa northwestward into South Dakota with winter weather advisory surrounding it. A winter storm watch was in effect at the time from eastern Iowa eastward into lower Michigan. QPF chart, precipitation over the next 5 days through Monday evening at 6 o'clock. Shows some decent amounts of precipitation, especially across the southern half of the state, eastward, northward. It could be in rain, snow form, who knows. Let's take a look at the 0Z GFS Model Run. This is at 6 a.m. this morning. You can see peace energy over Nebraska and South Dakota. Moving into the state, low pressure somewhere near St. Joseph, Missouri, maybe north of that, with a band of precipitation. Could be rain, could be wintry mix, could be snow from northern Missouri northwestward into South Dakota. We move ahead to noon. The low moves up to about Bedford or Mount Ayr. The heaviest snow band looks to be across central Iowa, northwestward to about the Sioux Falls area, snow breaking out eastward. We move ahead to 6 p.m. The low moves east-southeastward and is located over east-central Illinois, but there's an upper-level low that'll still be back over south-central Iowa with the heavy snow over northern Iowa. This begins to pull off. This is midnight Friday morning. The heaviest snow will be ending in the eastern counties with only a few flurries or light snow showers, but the wind will be the major factor by that point. And by 6 a.m. Friday morning, the snow is ending and it's getting cooler. Temperatures down into the 30s for highs for Friday with this system. We now look ahead. This is the RUC model. This is at 6 a.m. this morning. Shows the low in about the same place, a little further south and west near Kansas City, with the precipitation over the southwestern half of the state into South Dakota. And we move ahead to noon. The low here moves due east, and it'll be somewhere between Columbia and St. Louis, Missouri. And you can see the heavy snow band possible over Interstate 80 at this time. Now this is the NAM model at 6 a.m. this morning. You can see the low in about the same place, about near Kansas City, with another low over northeastern Nebraska. A little bit of the precipitation is a little lighter with this, but it strengthens immediately. We have a low over southeastern Missouri, but there will be an upper level low somewhere in south central Iowa near Lamoni, the heavy snow band in the northern and central counties of the state into west central Illinois. That low over southeast Missouri heads into southwestern Indiana by midnight and into the evening into midnight. The heavy snow band continues over the central counties, namely around Interstate 80. And even into Friday morning, that low moves off into Ohio, but that heavy snow band continues to extend back into Iowa. So it's still looking like the heavy snow band will be around Interstate 80 at this point. And by 6 a.m. Friday morning, just like the other model, the GFS, the snow will be ending, the winds will be coming around from the north and west, and it'll be cooling off. No more 50s, I'm afraid. Now this is a new model that you've probably never seen. This is the 1Z HRRR. This is at 9 a.m. this morning. You can see the radar reflectivity is where the heavy snow will be, at least at this point. Now here's the HPC snowfall forecast. This is a probability of at least 2 inches of snow from Wednesday evening to Friday evening. This is a 48-hour period. This is of 2 inches of snow or more, and you can see pretty good over the state. 4 inches of snow. This looks pretty good as well from about east of Sioux City to Des Moines, down into southeastern Iowa, Muscatine, Iowa City, Keokuk, Iowa, Johnson, Washington counties. But when you jump to 8 inches of snow, it just disappears. So even though there are chances that you can get isolated heavier totals above that, if we get some thunder snow, it doesn't look likely. Now this is the NAM forecast for snowfall for this storm system, and this also includes the storm system on Sunday, but the Sunday storm will be mainly to our north. You can see the heavy snow band here. This is the GFS of the same storm, and it has the heavy snow band more toward Highway 20, with the amounts being anywhere around 6 to maybe as much as 9 or 10 inches of snow. Now, back to the GFS, and we're finally off of this storm by Friday evening. It's gone. There's a few flurries. It's just, the storm is history, and we'll be glad to get rid of it because we're getting tired of it already. But by Saturday, unfortunately, we're getting prepared for the next one. Low pressure developing over the high plains again. Just when you think we're getting one storm out of our hair, here comes the next one, and unfortunately, by Sunday morning, here's some more energy over Nebraska and South Dakota. Doesn't this look interesting? Looks a lot like the storm this morning with the energy over Nebraska and South Dakota. Unfortunately for us, the low will be further north. The moisture will be a little more limited. The Gulf will not be open, so there'll be a lot less snow, a lot less rain, but it will be a lot more wind. And that looks to be the factor even into Sunday evening. There could be some snow or some rain wintry mix, especially north. Along or north of Highway 20 looks to be the best chance, at least at this point. Who knows? Things could change. We head to Monday. That storm moves away. And again, here comes another one. A low pressure developing over Colorado and New Mexico. And the Gulf begins to look to be opening up again. And unfortunately by Tuesday, and you'll be happy to note, this is the Tuesday of the girls' high school basketball tournament in Des Moines. What typically happens or is known to happen during high school girls' state tournament? Yes, one of these. A big storm. Just what we want to see. Another one. And this looks pretty nasty. A low near Kansas City. Snow, rain. Oh, fun. And this moves off on Wednesday after bringing maybe some snow early to the middle of the day Wednesday, with cold air following in its wake, and yay! And heading into a week from today, next Thursday, look at that. Another low forms in the Oklahoma and Texas Panhandle, and the Gulf begins to open up. And here into Voodoo, this is a little into Voodoo, just to end the girls' high school basketball tournament, here comes another storm with more snow. Of course, this is in Voodoo, so this could change. We head further. Here is the 5th. Ooh, look, more fun. Peace energy coming into the western part of the state with a trough over the western half, and ooh, look, another storm. Ooh, fun. This looks to be more rain across the state, maybe snow across the far north and northwest, with maybe blizzard conditions over the Dakotas and Nebraska if this pans out. And at the end of the forecast, on the 9th, pretty zonal flow across the country, some energy to our east and some way off to our west, and you'll be happy to note that this panel that you're seeing here is probably the quietest we will be in the next 2 weeks. There's nothing near us, rain and snow to our east, way off to our west. Fun for the next 2 weeks. Thank you for tuning in to this very long weather forecast video.